You sit down to read a single page, write one email, or watch a movie. 10 minutes later, your phone is in your hand, and you have no idea how it got there. You might think your discipline is slipping, but if you talk to your friends, your coworkers, or even your parents, you'll hear the exact same complaint. To understand why this is happening, look at this diagram of a neural network. Focus is an active biological mechanism. It is the process of keeping a single node illuminated while forcefully dimming all the surrounding noise. The human brain spent millions of years evolving this precise ability to lock onto a target. So why, almost overnight, has that hardwired mechanism started failing us? Your hardware has not degraded. The internal machinery of your attention is working perfectly. It is simply buckling under the weight of an environment it was never built to survive. For most of human history, information was incredibly scarce. Finding a piece of news or learning a new skill took effort. Today, we exist in a state of aggressive information abundance. Your devices do not offer you options one at a time. They demand you monitor 5 different incoming streams at the exact same moment. This timeline illustrates what computer scientists call context switching. Every time your brain jumps from a spreadsheet to a text message, it leaves a gap, a cognitive tax paid in time and mental energy to refocus. Paying that cognitive tax 50 times an hour physically drains the crucial glucose and oxygen reserves in your prefrontal cortex. The spaces we inhabit to work and socialize are actively hostile to deep thought. They are engineered to constantly attack the isolation mechanism your brain uses to think clearly. The most effective weapons in this environment are the ones sitting in your pocket, like push notifications, infinite scrolling interfaces, and short-form video feeds. Normally, encountering a stimulus and completing a task releases a chemical reward in a closed loop, but erratic triggers like notifications push this cycle beyond its limit. Your brain adapts, pruning sustained effort pathways to create a rapid bypass craving instant gratification. You might tell yourself that swiping through a feed for an hour is a way to relax or zone out after a long day. It is not. Technology has successfully rewired your biological reward system to actively reject deep, sustained focus. In a single 20-minute scroll, you force your brain to process a political debate, a comedy sketch, a tragedy on the other side of the world, and an advertisement for shoes. This visual represents your working memory capacity. When you consume that much disconnected data, you hit cognitive overload, the exact moment incoming nodes surpass your brain's maximum processing threshold, and the system overflows. Your body is sitting still on the couch, which creates the illusion of resting. Inside your skull, a processor is short-circuiting from the friction of handling hundreds of competing inputs. That acute physical and mental exhaustion you feel at the end of the day is the direct result of running your brain at its maximum capacity during what you thought was downtime. That overload bleeds directly into your daily life. It surfaces as a chronic layer of underlying stress, a sharp drop in the actual work you get done, and a lingering, quiet sense of dissatisfaction. It is incredibly frustrating to reach the end of a tiring day and realize you have no tangible accomplishments to show for the energy spent. But your ability to focus is intact. You have spent years training your brain to seek out constant, hyper-stimulating novelty. In an overwhelming environment, your mind is doing exactly what you conditioned it to do. Any guilt or shame you feel about your attention span is entirely misplaced. Distraction is a highly predictable biological response to systemic overload. Because your attention is a biologically trained mechanism, it is entirely capable of being retrained. Reclaiming your attention takes deliberate and intentional conditioning to break those short-term dopamine loops and clear out the noise. If you want to uncover the specific strategies for taking back control of your cognitive environment, make sure to subscribe to the channel. In the modern digital world, true focus is no longer a default human state. It is a deliberate skill, and you have to master it.